starting with the name of Allah, who is the most gracious and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, dear students, and I welcome you all towards my class. And a very good and fine morning to all of you. 7th class, as you know that we had done 12 worksheets in our class. Now it's the time to move to 13th worksheet, that is conditional. So students, please be active and attentive and listen to me very carefully. 7th class, first of all, let us understand that what is a conditional sentence. Let me define it first. A sentence in which one half expresses something which depends on the other half. It often starts with if. It means that conditionals have basically two parts, named if clause, and the other part is main clause. And without if word, conditional would not be possible. I'm switching to the first example displayed in front of you, that is, if I won a lot of money. Now let's move to the second half. Then what will happen? I would travel the world. Number second, if I work hard, I will get good marks. If I work hard, then what will happen? Of course, I'll get good marks. Mean to say, both clauses are connected to each other. Number 3, if I learn the lesson, I will do it properly. Now, let's move to the types of conditionals. Students, there are 4 types of conditionals that are displayed in front of you. The names are the zero conditional, number 2, type 1 conditional, number 3, type 2 conditional, and number 4, type 3 conditional. 7th class, now let's move on to the formation of conditionals. How the conditionals are formed. Basically, there are 2 parts of conditional sentence. As I already mentioned, that there are 2 parts, that are if clause and result clause. Mean to say, if clause is depending on result clause. For example, if I go to school, I will learn more. Here you can see the result clause. If she rode a horse, she would enjoy a lot. If he had studied well, he would have got good marks. And the last example is, if I got a chance in a game, I would play it better. I hope you have understood the parts of conditional sentence. Dear students, now let's switch to the first type and let us understand that what is a zero conditional sentence. I am defining it. The zero conditional is often used to refer to general truths, or we can say universal facts. Here you can see a table in which the structure and examples are displayed. In if clause, the structure is if with simple present. Simple present means the first if clause part will be in present indefinite tense, and the result clause will be in simple present as well. Mean to say, subject, first form of verb, SES or object. For example, you can see, if you heat ice, then what will happen? It melts. Here you can see the formation of both simple present tenses. If you touch a fire, of course, what will happen? You get burned. If you eat too much, you get fat. Of course, if we eat too much, we'll get fat. If I mix hydrogen and oxygen, I get water. If babies are hungry, they cry. Here comes the second type of a conditional sentence, that is called the type 1 conditional. It refers to a possible condition and its possible result. The structure is displayed as its if clause will be in if with simple present. Simple present means present indefinite tense. And its result clause will be in simple future, means future indefinite tense. For example, if it rains, you will get wet. If you don't hurry, you will miss the bus. If I study well, I will get high grades. If I obey my teacher, she will be very happy. If I earn money, I will go for shopping. Here, students, please focus on its structure properly. Let's switch to the third type of conditional sentence, that is called the type 2 conditional. It is used to refer a hypothetical conditions and its probable result. It is basically divided into more three categories. It could be, number first, if with simple past. Simple past means past indefinite tense, subject, second form of verb and object. And its result clause will be would with first form of verb. You can see the example. If I went to bed, I would not be so tired. And we can say that type 2 conditional is basically unreal condition. It cannot be fulfilled. Here's the second category of type 2 condition, that is if with were. Mean to say it forms basically a wish. If I were the president, of course, I would bring revolution. Here you can see the structure in different categories. If with had plus noun, make it sure that had is attached with a noun. Here you can see if I had a car. Car is a noun. So its result clause will be would with first form of verb. Like if I had a car, I would go for a long drive. Now let's move to the last type of conditional sentence, that is type 3 conditional. I am defining it is used to refer to an unreal past condition and its probable result. Here the structure is displayed in front of you. Its first part, that if clause, it will be if with past perfect. Past perfect means had with third form of verb. And its result clause will be in would have plus third form of verb. Here I would like to clarify that if had is attached with a noun, it is type 2 conditional. But if had is attached with third form of verb, it means it is type 3 conditional. You can see the examples. I hope you will understand it properly. If I had won a lottery, I would have bought a car. If you had paid attention, you would have got good result. If they had got up early, they would have got the train. If she had not lied to me, I would have believed her. Students, I am expecting that you all have understood the definitions and the types of conditional sentence. Now it's the time to switch on to the activity number 1. In activity number 1, what we have to do? We have to match the column by following the 0 and the first conditional rules. Number first is we are just going to match it. If it rains, then you can see what will happen. The grass gets wet. Now you are going to match it. Number 2, if the sun shines all day, it gets hot. If the baby is hungry, he cries. Of course, it is a universal fact. It is a 0 condition. If you send them your CV, they will call you for an interview. Here you can see it is a first condition, first conditional rule. If she gets this job, she will take us all to dinner. Here you can see if will be used, it means it is a first conditional, and if both clauses are in present or simple, we can say simple present or present indefinite, it will be 0 conditional rule. Let's move to the second activity. Now, how we are going to do this activity? We'll do it with the help of given options. As you can see, the options are given in front of you, and with the help of these options, we are going to make a sentence under the heading of second conditional. Let me recall the second conditional rule. Its if clause will be in if with past indefinite tense, and its result clause will be in would with first form of verb. Now, let's solve it. If I spoke Italian, I would be working in Italy. Number 2, you can see the options. It, rain, you, get, wet. Now, let us make a sentence. If it rained, you would get wet. Number 3, I get a lot of money. I travel around the world. Now, let's construct a sentence. If I got a lot of money, I would be traveling around the world. Number 4, I were rich. My life changed completely. Now, let's construct the sentence again. If I were rich, my life would change completely. It is the, of course, second conditional, second category of second conditional. If I have already told you that if wish is there, of course, we are going to use were for it. Number 5, they tell their father he is very angry. If they told their father, he would be very angry. Number 6, I be a star. I help the needy. Now, let's make a sentence. If I were a star, I would help the needy. Needy means poor people. Number 7, it is nice if the rain stops. It would be nice if the rain stopped. It is not necessary that if clause will place always at first position. The positions can be changed, but the conditional clauses will remain same. Here is the third activity, in which we are going to complete the sentence by using third conditional rule with suitable verb. I am reading first sentence in front of you. If they had taken him to hospital earlier, he dash would not have died. Number 2, I dash you the document. If you had given me your email address, I would have sent you document. If you had given me the email address. Number 3, he dashed the bus if he had woken up earlier. He would not have missed the bus if he had woken up earlier. Number 4, if I dash you were coming, I dash the delicious meal. If I had known you were coming, I would have prepared a delicious meal. Number 5, if you dash late, you would have caught the 6 o'clock train if you had not been late. Number 6, I dash your present. If I had known it was your birthday, I would have bought you a present. Number 7, if you dash to the meeting yesterday, you dash the Jane. If you had come into the meeting yesterday, you would have met Jane. Students, here is the fourth and last activity of conditionals. In this activity, we are going to choose the best option to complete the conditional sentences. Now recall all the structures. Number first is, if you send this letter now. Now you can see the A and B option. You will read it. She would receive it tomorrow, or she will receive it tomorrow. Of course, it is the first condition type, so we are going to choose B option. That is, she will receive it tomorrow. Number 2, if the weather had been better last weekend. You can see, of course, it is A. We would have gone to the beach. It is the third conditional. Number 3, if I leave my job. Of course, it is first condition, so we are going to correct the A option, I will travel around the world. Number 4, if I were rich. Of course, were is used, it means it is second conditional. So, A option we are going to click, I would give some money to the charities. Number 5, if you make trouble. If you make trouble, it means it is the first condition. So, we are going to correct the first option, that is, I will send you to the principal. Here comes the second part of activity number 4. Let's move to the 6th sentence, that is, Aisha will go to the London next week. Number B option. Good. If she gets a cheap flight. Because will is used, it means it is the first conditional type. That's why we are going to click B option. Number 7, if you had spoken English. If you had spoken, it means it is the third conditional. So, B option we are going to correct. She would have understood. Number 8, if you don't hurry. A option will be correct. You will be late for the show. It's the first condition. Number 9, if you had not suggested it. Number A, I would not have phoned him. It is the third conditional structure. Number 10th, he would travel alone. He would travel alone. It is the second conditional. So we are going to click the B option, that is, if he got permission from his parents. Dear students, I truly hope that you have understood this lecture and the concept properly. Students, now it's the time to assign you the task. What will be your task? What we are going to do? First of all, you are going to fill all the activities with the help of given PDF file. And afterwards, you are going to learn all the activities properly from your workbook. Thank you.